Hi, and welcome to the Edge Summit 2024 here in New York City. I'm your host, Sherrell Dorsey, and we are here in the digital content studio with Sergiu Tabaran, who is the COO of Absolute Web. We're going to dive in the evolution of AI and personalization, which has been an ongoing, recurring part of the conversation today at the Edge Summit. Sergiu, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
Amazing. These events by Bloomberg are always, 10 out of 10, delivered again, and we're always happy to be here.
Yeah. So give us your 30-second elevator pitch about who you are and what your company does.
Absolutely. Myself, I'm an e-commerce specialist. I've been with Absolute Web for the last 10 years, and Absolute Web is an e-commerce strategy and web development company. We're based in Miami, Florida, and most of the experience relies around replatforming, optimizing e-commerce experiences, conversion optimization, performance, all of that with probably the primary goal with building customized and better shopping experience.
Mm-hmm. And how does AI actually transform that shopping experience and really tailor that experience to individual customers?
Absolutely. I mean, we use AI through, in and throughout, both internally, just us becoming better with recommendations when we talk to brands, but on the front end, right, on the shopping experiences side is, traditionally personalization was a little bit more high level before AI kicked in, and that would be maybe tailored by category, like product category, maybe age, geolocation, where now you can be way more granular, and you can be more predictable and basically just speak a little bit more personalized to the individual that's on the on your site versus like a group of people. That means just a better shopping experience. If we want to get a little more technical, just better e-commerce metrics. It's a win-win for both either the brand or the consumer.
Yeah, and so the part of the data, going much more granular, that also means that as a consumer or as consumers, there's more ask of parting with data. Are you seeing any hesitancies there in order to personalize the shopping experience, or much more willingness to say, hey, I want better recommendations, I want a better shopping experience, thus I'm willing to provide more information?
That's a very good question because I find myself a lot of times, right, when I'm asked to share data, I'm more conservative, and I feel like probably most of us are. But it's true, it depends on the brand. So if the brand is more popular, it has better reputation, I would probably be more inclined to share my data. Whereas the brands that are like starting or in the phase of still developing the brand message and the experience, they just have to be more transparent with how are they going to use the data and so on. There's this side of things, but also with AI, what's nice about being in this new era, if I can say, is even if people are not sharing their data, the predictability of certain AI tools still makes the experience better on the site. So I would say, long story short is like brands definitely need to work on being transparent and letting people know how are they using their data, and people will definitely be more open to sharing that.
I think that's a really good point, and I think particularly consumer expectations will continue to change and evolve. I think the more that AI is embedded into these experiences and consumers become more savvy, brands are going to have to really meet those expectations to keep that retention and keep that consumer coming back. You spoke to this just a little bit, but I wanted to touch again on how can brands really, rise to the needs of a changing consumer and really continue to offer those personalized experiences while they're shopping online?
I would say consumers now are even more demanding. They want even a more simplified experience, faster, right? To get to their recommendation or to the product they want faster, right? So patience, unfortunately, is even less, right, with consumers. So that's why you need to adapt as a company. And how can you do that is analyze browsing patterns, even go to the way how consumers, act on their social media and so on. Gather that data, because that's what a lot of brands miss out. Gather data, gather customer attributes, browsing patterns and so on, and then use that to predict, show more relevant products, more relevant content. Thus, you can stay relevant as a brand and be very successful in e-commerce.
Sergio, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us here in the Digital Content Studio. And for those of you who have been watching the live stream, continue to plug into Sergio as well as Absolute Web.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. This has been amazing.
Awesome. Thank you.